Hello, my name is Adinda Yuniawan. My student ID is 33220147. So today I want to present about causes of classroom conflict. The first one is the definition of causes of classroom conflict. So causes of classroom conflict are the reasons why problems or disagreements happen in the classroom. These problems can come from students, teachers, the classroom environment, or even things outside of school. By knowing what causes conflict, teachers and students can work together to create a better, calmer, and more comfortable place to learn. The first one is main causes of classroom conflicts. So the first causes is student differences and personalities. As we know that each student is unique with their own personality, culture, background, opinions, and ways of communicating. In a diverse classroom, it is natural for students to sometimes misunderstand each other or have different ways of expressing themselves. Some students may be very outspoken while the others are more reserved. These differences can cause feelings of frustration or exclusion if it not managed carefully. If a student feels disrespected, ignored, or misunderstood, it may lead to conflicts between peers or even between students and the teacher. So the next is emotional and behavioral problems. Students who experience emotional difficulties such as anxiety, depression, anger management issues, or past trauma often find it challenging to regulate their emotions in stressful situations. The students might overreact to minor issues, perceive normal classroom interaction as personal attacks, or struggle with authority. When the emotional needs are not met or understood, students may express themselves through disruptive behavior, defiance, or withdrawal, all of which can lead to conflict in the classroom. The next one is lack of engagement or motivation. So when students are not interested in the material being taught or feel that lessons are not relevant to their lives, they may become disengaged. Bored students are more likely to talk out of turn, ignore instruction, or provoke others out of a desire for stimulation or attention. Over time, a lack of motivation can lead to frustration for both the students and the teacher, resulting in a negative classroom atmosphere where conflicts are more likely to arise. The next one is inconsistent to unfair teacher behaviors. Students are highly aware of how they are treated compared to their classmates. If we as a teacher enforce rules inconsistently, shows favoritism, or seems unfair in grading or discipline, students may feel angry and distrustful. This sense of injustice can cause students to challenge the teacher's authority or cause resentment among the classmates. Consistency, fairness, and transparency in dealing with students are key to preventing conflicts related to perceived unfair treatment. The next one is poor communication between teacher and students. Clear, open communication is essential for a positive classroom environment. When teachers fail to explain instruction properly, do not listen to students' concern, or use harsh or unclear language, misunderstanding can quickly escalate into conflicts. Likewise, students who struggle to express their needs or frustration may act out instead of communicating effectively. Encouraging two-way communication can help prevent small misunderstanding from growing into bigger problems. So the next one is uncomfortable classroom environment. Physical condition in the classroom can greatly affect the student mood and behavior. An overcrowded classroom can feel chaotic and overwhelming, make it hard for students to focus or move comfortably. Poor ventilation, uncomfortable sitting, and noisy surroundings add to stress and irritability. In such environments, students are more likely to become frustrated with each other and with the teacher, leading to frequent conflict over the small issues. So the next one is a group work problems. So a group work is often used to encourage collaboration and teamwork, but it can also be a major source of conflict. The students may disagree on ideas, responsibilities, or method for completing a project. Some students might dominate the discussion, while others may feel left out or undervalued. Additionally, if one or more students fail to contribute equally, it can create resentment within the group. So we, as a teachers, need to monitor a group dynamics carefully and teach students how to work together respectfully. So the next one is the commonly conflict in the classroom is bullying and peer pressure. Bullying and peer pressure are a serious issues that create a toxic classroom atmosphere. Students who are bullied may become withdrawn, angry, or defensive, leading to conflict with both their bullies and others who try to intervene. Peer pressure can also push students to act against their fellows, to behave badly to fit in with the group, causing further tension and problems within the classroom. Teachers must actively work to create a safe, inclusive environment where bullying is not tolerated. And the next one is family and external problems. Students do not leave their personal problems at the school door. Issues such as divorce, financial difficulties, family illness, or abuse can greatly affect a student's emotional state and behavior. A student under stress at home may be less patient, more irritable, and quicker to anger. Without proper support, these students are at higher risk of engaging in conflict with peers and the teachers. It is important for we as a teacher to be aware of these external factors and show empathy and flexibility when it's possible. So based on all the material, the conclusion is understanding the causes of classroom conflict is the first step in managing and reducing them. By recognizing the many factors that can lead to conflict, from students' emotion to the learning environment, teachers can create strategies to foster a positive, supportive, and respectful classroom atmosphere. Addressing conflict early and respectfully helps build a stronger, more united learning community where all students can succeed. So we move to the causes of classroom conflict, part 2, solving the problem. Problem 1 is Mr. Elizar repeatedly has problems when leading a class discussion with his junior high school students. No matter how involved in the topic the students were, there were usually several students sitting in the back who would talk, shout out silly answers, and play with objects they had brought from home. So my solution for problem 1 is, the first one is to change student seat, because move noisy students to the front so they can focus better. The number 2, set rules and consequences. Make clear rules for discussion time and give fair consequences if a student breaks them. So the third one is use non-verbal signals. So teachers should use eye contact or stand near the noisy students to remind them to behave. The next one is problem 2. The problem 2 is Stefano was one of the most provocative and disruptive students Miss Giandra has ever taught. Throughout class, he continuously talked to girls and teased the students sitting near him. He made inappropriate and sarcastic remarks, response to almost anything Miss Giandra said. When confronted by her, Stefano grinned charmingly and responded with exaggerated to delight of the other students. So my solution for problem 2 is, the first one is talk to Zevano privately. Speak to him after class to explain that his behavior is not funny and he must stop. The second solution is avoid giving him attention. Do not react to his sarcasm in front of class so he doesn't get the attention he wants. And the third one is involve parents or school counselor. If the behavior continues, ask for help from his parents or the school counselors. Next, the third problem. The third problem is Miss Yeheskila was concerned about the frequent teasing that had begun in her class. It reached the point where there was constant bickering among the students. They became so angry, began yelling, shouting, and shoving one another during class. So my solution for problem 3 is, the first one is hold a class discussion about bullying and respect. Have a special session to talk about the importance of respect and the harm caused by teasing. The solution number 2 is set clear classroom rules. Mr. Yeheskila should create rules that ban teasing and violence with clear consequences. The third is separate students who often fight. Change seat or groupings to prevent conflict between students. And the last one is involve the school counselors. Ask the counselor to guide students who are often involved in arguments. So that is all my presentation for my midterm exam. Thank you.